Hi, I am Jessary Aleta and I will be discussing responsibility and accountability in management.
Here, say you're sorry.
Responsibility and accountability in management. What are responsibility and accountability in management? What does responsibility mean? What does accountability mean? Does your organization treat them as interchangeable terms, leaving you wondering what exactly you're being tasked with? It is crucial for one's own self-development and the development of their people to clearly understand the difference between accountability and responsibility in the workplace and why both skills are essential for success. So, in this video, we will explore the difference between responsible versus accountable. Example of how responsibility and accountability are demonstrated at work. Why accountability is important. Responsibility versus accountability. The best place to start to understand the topic is with definition of responsible and the definition of accountable. This will help you gain an understanding of how they're different yet but critical competencies for anyone in management. Responsibility is having the obligation to complete a task or oversee the output of others that you are directly in charge of. Definition of accountability. Accountability is the acceptance, good or bad, of your personal actions that are contributed to attaining or failing to meet an intended goal. Responsibility versus accountability. Responsibility, having an obligation to complete a task or oversee the output of others that you are directly in charge of. Accountability is the acceptance, good or bad, of your personal actions that contributed to attaining or failing to meet an intended goal. Accountability and responsibility in the workplace. What a manager is responsible for should be well defined. Job descriptions are most often a list of responsibilities, and senior leadership tends to focus much of their management, attention, and conversation on ensuring that those responsibilities are being met. Example of responsibility. A manager could be responsible for a particular step in manufacturing process and thus responsible for the people and machines that perform the step. That responsibility could entail ensuring the team understands and follows policy and procedures while machines are well maintained and safe. What managers are accountable for should also be well defined with clear boundaries, metrics, timelines, and be agreed to by both the senior leaders and the manager. Example of accountability. A sales manager is accountable for hitting the agreed upon revenue targets for a given time period, which could be a quarterly or annual target. For good or bad, they are solely accountable for hitting that target through the sales team they manage. The importance of accountability. Organizations thrive when managers are accountable. When those in a management role are focused not only on what they're responsible for but also accountable for how their own actions contributed to goal attainment, great things happen. Accountability reduces the time spent on unproductive and distracting activities that do not take individuals closer to their defined goal. Employees monitor their leaders to understand what is acceptable and how they themselves should operate. When their leaders' behavior signal the importance of being accountable and how to actually demonstrate it with their behaviors and actions, there is a greater likelihood their employees will do the same, building an organization focused on accountability. Why is accountability important? It increases performance as there is a close eye on correcting less than optimal output while rewarding the results of achievement. It builds trust as each individual, team, and department knows they can rely on one another. It promotes employee engagement because it has been shown when individuals feel empowered to find solutions to achieve their goals. That sense of ownership is a key driver in employee engagement. You need to be responsible and accountable. No one wants to follow a manager who isn't dependable or who places blame on others when things do not go according to plan. When managers lead by example by being consistent, accountable, and focused on achieving the goal, they are modeling the behaviors that they want to instill in their employees. As much as accountability is critical to a success, it can be overwhelming to put it into practice. You can overcome this by seeking out leadership training or a one-on-one coaching package. Both will support your success in management as they encourage personal accountability as well as equip you with the tools and techniques you need to intentionally establish accountability in others on the job. Well, that is all I have for today. Thank you for watching. Bye!